Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name's Noir, and we're playing Broken Sword. It's the Director's Edition with the weird faces. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's go talk to Ma. 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 I've already done that joke.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
Yeah, why not?
No
Oh.
thanks.
I'm very
Look
good.
at
It
that
only takes a
scrumpled
minute.
face there.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
Sorry if I could hear a beep in there. Is it the game?
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see. Because of the damp. The landlord
The
said
damp.
he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Read
I've
my
changed
future.
my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
Or fortune
You're
or...
going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
Why are you guys such assholes?
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose.
Satellite
Some
television?
of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Okay. I don't think you really need to help me with anything.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Yeah, I'll probably just try and avoid you for the rest of this night. I don't like prophecies coming true.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
I think it probably will make me actually do it though. Obviously.
Hi.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine.
George.
I'm Nicole.
I'm
Take a
George.
seat, George.
George McFly.
A
You
beer?
are my density.
And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
As you do.
I thought I could smell something bad.
You're not
The
going to question
clown
it.
used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he
Why
was
is
in a
there a
hurry.
me?
He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck
Is
than I
that a
did.
dumb, stupid fucking
Luck,
grin?
she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop the story. Can you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh, no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy.
You could always go
The
into
police
Reddit and
in
post
3
there. They
different
like the
countries have kept very
conspiracies.
quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
I'm missing some...
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend.
Oh, typical.
I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
That's going to be the first time I've ever heard a parent wanting someone to go into art. Well, you know how it is.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair.
What?
The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
Why?
A snowman, a penguin,
Why
and now
all
a clown.
these costumes?
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement
Oh, so
with
keep
costume.
secrets now, are
You
you?
know, I hate to admit it, but this is
Wait, who's
scary.
perspective
And
on
I'll
that
tell you
from right
this,
now?
I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not worth it, but I mean, where the fuck would the game be?
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed a film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
Why the
That's what-
flashy gear?
This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Yeah, like,
Take a
wouldn't you want
close
to
look
get
at his right
like, in a more
cheek.
basic
A
kind of guys?
scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Well, okay, if you don't want to see my tissue.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Gross.
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
Oh,
I'll
there we
check it
go,
out.
making progress.
Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Because there will be so many clown people, like, well, so little people hiring a clown costume, won't there be?
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Trying to fish for something there.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Oh, that went fast. Right. Let's head on down to... It's not Ruggieri, that's where we were. Police officers. La Risée du Monde. I don't know any French.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I feel like I did
I
the Dungeons
don't
and
want a
Dragons thing
costume.
with the
Didn't you ever
Dungeon
dress up
Master
when you
sound
were
like
a
this.
child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible.
It's
You'll
true,
be
but I
telling me
never played
next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
You've seen this
Do you
man?
recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
There we go. And would
Does this
be the
dirty
grease paint?
tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
You don't want to smell that, man. That's been down the sewers.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Oh, who was it? Was it this guy?
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning.
This morning?
That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose
Evil
2
is plain as the
costumes.
scar on his
Bozo the
face.
clown and Seamus the pixie.
Ah, shit.
Pixie?
Pixie.
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Khan. Okay, is that everything?
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Oh, right, I can
Thanks
use
for your
that
help,
for
buddy.
the phone now.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
But I've been down the sewers. Well, that's assault.
What are you trying to do,
I like the
kill
sense
me?
of music
You
there.
did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien,
There is
it
always a funny
yours
side to it.
to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
I'll keep that in mind. Right, let's go back to Nigars.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I guess we're not going to actually go back to that bit now. So what have you been doing?
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
Oh, I thought you were going to actually shake her hand.
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your
Okay,
arm.
don't use that
Okay,
one.
okay. I get the picture.
I want to use your phone.
I have to go.
No. I guess I can't use your... Oh, I can't go here. I guess I gotta go back there, but I could have sworn you could use her phone. Gaffy. Let's call up Todrick, because I know the guy's name now. It's Khan. Are you going to be a dick to him again? Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Hello? Who is this? Mr. Todrick?
I'm the
Oh,
guy that harassed you
sure,
earlier.
yeah. What now?
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Okay, getting angry again.
Khan. Yes.
Oh.
I
See,
remember him.
he was being a dick.
Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Are you shocked he was there? Oh no, what have I said? Let's head on over. Oh, I should save. I can't save here. Where's the hotel? Oh yeah. Actually no, I'm going to save it separately because I've had a history where games just fuck up and I lose my progress. And remember these guys because they can actually kill you. But I'm not going to talk to you guys. Oh,
Just a
I
minute,
just want to see if they
monsieur.
would search.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Okay, boss.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Right. So, obviously you can't go out here later on. There's a sight, this guy. Right. I
I
want,
want
that
some
key.
Who
information.
Oh, I
are
want some
you,
information
the
and that
police?
key.
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean.
Do
That
you?
is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
Oh, fuck you.
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an
Now, who would
electrical
do a thing like
device
that?
in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Bastard beat us to it.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
As it can.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check
Oh,
the
yeah, it's
register.
changed.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
Yee?
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't think they did either.
Okay. I don't think you're really going to give me anything else, are you? I want that key.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Hello.
What?
You are trying to steal that key, no?
Yes.
No way.
Could I have a room?
What now, monsieur?
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests
Can I
checked
buy
out this morning.
Would that not be an option? Obviously you get it for free, but I mean, you could have just went, I'll take the room, please. Oh, this place looks expensive. Probably can't afford it.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear.
What?
For one foolish moment, I
Oh.
thought. But never mind.
Oh,
Aren't
look,
you
she was
going to
quite,
tell me your
she's
name?
quite accepting. I like that.
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont.
Yeah, we
The
can
common
afford this
reaction
place.
is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood.
You're very
The blood
bragging.
may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to
I don't know, I
speak.
quite like her though.
You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
I want that key, but they won't give me it.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
Merlin?
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged.
A wizard?
Merlin?
Oh, here we go.
You mean King Arthur's
Forgot
wizard?
about that.
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stewart. Shaken.
Also very
I took
gullible.
him to be a
I mean,
gentleman, a man of honor.
He believes me.
You know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
But you believe me all for nothing?
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin
She is
went
the one
out.
person that's actually not a dick and quite useless. I like her.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Ah, good idea.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
I mean, it could be.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
I would, but
If I could get in there, I would.
Okay. I am going to try and get that key again, I guess. I thought it would give me the option.
Hey, ne touche pas!
Just looking.
Look with your eyes, man.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello?
Yeah.
Did I show you this photo?
Yes.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
Oh,
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get
Oh.
away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm
Damn.
sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne
Ice
suggested a
cold.
change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Sturbart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
I just
You
told
couldn't
you.
really
Smart.
miss.
It was
Fuck, man.
just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight.
I do like the game having the wee
Romantic
moments there, the
music
wee
tinkling across the room.
snarkiness.
And then
It is quite
the
good, I like it.
stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Ah, damn.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
No, his name's Can. And then we've, you know, got there. I'm not going to shake. I know I probably won't be able to. But like, maybe I gotta go upstairs and try and get in the room.
The door.
Locked.
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. The sign on the door read 22.
That's not the key though.
The door.
So let's ask you. So I want that goddamn key.
What now?
I'd like to check into room
Oh, there we go.
21.
That is not possible.
How come?
Oh,
You
you
said
said
it was
it
vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
Oh, okay,
No,
well,
monsieur.
that makes sense.
Dutch.
Screw
I'd
it,
like
man.
to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
good.
sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique
It probably has a
ID.
unique
I
scar.
won't find a more unique ID
Yeah, yeah.
than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
No, Dutch. Ho ho. Okay, maybe I can get her to do it now. Let's talk to you.
Excuse me, didn't I see your
Bruno.
picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me.
You're not gonna
in
correct me.
Warsaw.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut
Yeah,
from the
that'd be quite weird
newspaper.
if some guy
I
came on top
don't
of me.
know what you're talking about.
You seen this guy?
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people,
You know he's a killer.
of
Of
course,
your country?
amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Okay, well, I'll leave it as that. But
Have you
know,
seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England, Marks and Spencer.
Hey, that's
They
where I
are a
work.
pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I actually started there yesterday.
I'm real glad to hear that.
In Mensbury,
You
actually.
know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons
For
We were-
pants?
for everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Well, okay then.
Thanks
Right.
for your help.
Goodbye.
Okay. Right, well, I think that's just about time to wrap up this episode. So until next time, guys, catch you later. Bye-bye.